Audi Group's cost of sales increased due to the increased production volume, but also because of advanced payments to 44.4 billion euros. As a result, the Audi Group managed to increase its gross profit to 9.4 billion euros. Now, despite our significant growth in deliveries and the market launch of numerous new models, our distribution costs increased at a lower rate than revenue, namely by merely 5.5% to 4.9 billion euros. Administration expenses also increased at a lower rate than revenue by 3.7% to 587 million euros. The other operating result thus gained, compared with the previous year, to 1.3 billion euros. This significant increase of about 20% was mainly down to positive currency effects or the measurement of receivables and liabilities towards the end of the year. So the bottom line is that the Audi Group achieved an operating profit of 5.15 billion euros and thereby managed to surpass its high prior year figure by 2.4%. In these figures, you do not see included the operating profit for our Chinese joint venture, which is measured at equity and is proportionally represented in the group's financial result. But now, let me turn to the main drivers of our profit development of the preceding fiscal year. As in the previous years, increased demand for the cars from the Audi brand proved to be the biggest driver of earnings. In addition, as far as product costs were concerned, we improved still further, thanks in particular to significant productivity advances and optimized material costs. On the other hand, the ongoing tough competition in some key markets still had an effect on earnings. What's more, our current business development also reflects our efforts to focus the Audi Group consistently on international growth and onto the demands and requirements of the future. This meant that in 2014 we had intense activities of investments going into future issues and topics. The main focal point of our investments was on the renewal and expansion of our model and technology portfolio, with a clear focus on stricter CO2 limits that apply around the world. As already as in previous years, we managed to substantially reduce our fleet emission figures. We achieved this mainly by taking conventional measures, for example, the standard application of start-stop systems, thermal management, and energy recuperation. Now, these are, well, relatively simple and cost-effective measures, meaning that the next stage of the CO2 reductions, meaning when we look at implementing the next phase of our hybridization and electrification strategy, will be significantly more complex and with that also more expensive. And only think about the current discussions regarding CO2 limits in the European Union. By 2030, it is obvious that the CO2 issue will be one, and these of 7.4 billion euros was about 10% higher than the prior year level. Against the backdrop of the substantial investments made in new models, technologies and production capacities, thus cash outflow for investments in operating activities increased by about a quarter to 4.5 billion euros. And as in the previous years, the Audi Group was able to fully finance all its investments in operating activities out of its own resources and thereby achieved a significant net cash inflow of about 3 billion euros. Thus, net liquidity increased accordingly by the end of the year by 11% to 16.3 billion euros. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me now have a look at the financial outlook for this current fiscal year. In 2014, the Audi Group delivered more than 1.74 million cars to Audi customers worldwide. Now, although we do anticipate for the global car market only a slight growth, we nonetheless intend to continue on our growth path and thus strengthen our strong competitive position in the worldwide premium segment. Now, this holds true not just for the core brand Audi, but also for our Italian subsidiaries, Lamborghini and Ducati, we expect to see a significant growth in deliveries. All in all, we plan in the current fiscal year to increase once again revenues of the Audi Group. Profit development will continue to reflect our company's extensive expenditure efforts for the future. Thus, at the end of last year, we actually approved the biggest investment program in the company's history. By 2019, we plan to invest a total of 24 billion euros, which is 2 billion euros more than in the previous planning period. And more than 70% of these investments will go into new technologies and models. But at the same time, with the new plants in Mexico and Brazil, we are creating the conditions for balanced global growth. So, despite ongoing high-level investments, we are sticking to our ambitious profitability targets and also in 2015 plan to achieve an operating return on sales within our strategic target corridor of 8 to 10%. At the same time, we plan to generate a net cash flow of more than 2 billion euros, although, given the high ratio of investments in property, plant and equipment, we expect that the target corridor of 5 to 5% to these investments will be slightly higher. So, our plans for the future beyond 2015 can be seen above all in the current Audi annual report. Here, the leitmotif, the overall motto, called We Create Tomorrow, is for us more than just a statement. It is our attitude, and it's the driving force on the way towards the automotive future. Just an insight into this world of the Audi annual report shall now briefly be visible in the short trailer before I hand over to Professor Hackenberg, my colleague. So thank you for your attention.
We Create Tomorrow is more than just a statement for us. It is our mindset. Progress is the motivation to develop new solutions to the complex challenges of today. People who want to change the world need visionary power to create innovations. This is what we at Audi call Vorsprung durch Technik. Responsibility serves as the standard for our corporate activities and is firmly anchored in our core values. We want our customers to feel the passion that drives us. Welcome to the 2014 Audi Annual Report.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to say welcome to all of you. 2014 was the year of technical milestones, of tests and records. Think of the sportiest piloted car in the world, the Audi RS7 concept, which lapped the Hockenheim Ring racetrack extremely dynamically without a driver at up to 240 kilometers per hour, close to the handling limit. Another mega success was our 13th victory in the world's most important endurance race at Le Mans. The Audi R18 e-tron Quattro triumphed in this race with its diesel hybrid drive system. 2014, that was also 25 years of TDI technology at Audi. As strong evidence of the future viability of combustion engines, we showed the Audi RS5 TDI concept. So this is really the ultimate car exhibiting this technology. It's the fastest diesel ever timed on the Hockenheim Ring, and it's the first time that a very fuel-efficient diesel engine with 385 horsepower powers a high-performance model. Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of design, we laid down clear indications of a new direction last year. The Audi Prologue is a signature car for our new design language. It combines aesthetic appeal with technology, and it's both progressive and highly emotional. These are just some examples of how we are shaping the mobility of the future with superior solutions. So this was a review of our past activities. 2015 and after are years of technologies, products and customer enthusiasm. We will significantly accelerate our model initiative in 2015. Let me share some of the highlights with you. The new Audi Q7 that we presented in Detroit in January is a benchmark for large premium SUVs in terms of its drivetrain, efficiency, comfort, and space, and connectivity. Up to 325 kilograms lighter than its predecessor, CO2 champion in its class with just 149 grams per kilometer CO2 emissions, that's efficiency in the top segment. At present, there is no other car in the world that offers more connectivity, infotainment, and also driver assistance. And the new Audi Q7 is the first model based on the second generation of our modular longitudinal platform or concept. This also applies to our second world premiere, the Audi Q7 e-tron Quattro that we presented in Geneva last week. In addition, it's the world's first plug-in hybrid with a diesel engine and with Quattro drive. It drives up to 56 kilometers purely on electric power and has a best-in-class fuel consumption in the test cycle of just 1.7 liters per 100 kilometers, and it emits less than 50 grams of CO2 per kilometer. It is therefore a clear demonstration of how we at Audi are consistently electrifying the drivetrains in our entire portfolio and how we are strengthening our overall efficiency. Also in Geneva, we presented 3 models of our new Audi R8 family. The Audi R8 V10, the Audi R8 LMS for motorsport, and the Audi R8 e-tron. And it's the very first time that with a new car, motorsports car and the production car are shown at the same time, demonstrated at the same time. This is Vorsprung durch Technik with a full emphasis on sporty driving. The Audi R8 and our sporty RS models, the sports car icon, Audi TT, and our traditionally excellent performance in motorsports all send the same message. Audi is about automotive sportiness, and Audi Quattro plays a substantial role here as well. Talking about Quattro drive, this year we celebrate 35 years of Quattro, and that means we currently have more than 180 model versions with permanent all-wheel drive in all segments, from the Audi A1 small compact car to the Audi A8 large sedan. And more than 6 million Quattro models sold since the first presentation in 1980. Audi is the leading premium all-wheel drive brand, and it has the widest range of all-wheel drive vehicles of all its direct competitors. Audi Quattro continues to be our core technology. So this is our promise for the future. Also in the era of highly efficient electric drive systems, we will offer the unique sporty Quattro driving experience to our customers. Our products will always carry the genuine, typical Audi genes: sportiness, progressiveness, and exclusiveness, and naturally a lot of driving pleasure. And so we enhance our technical development activities in innovative areas such as, well, efficiency, sustainability and engines, connectivity and piloted driving, and design, and here light also plays a very important role. Since February 2014, Marc Lichte has been the head of Audi Design. With his team, he is working on a new design language that emphasizes our technology even more. We most recently gave a glimpse of this in Geneva. As you know, stylish station wagons have always been called Avant at Audi, and the Audi Prologue Avant continues this tradition with its dynamically stretched form. It is muscular and athletic, and at the same time its shapes are flowing and elegant. Already with the new Audi A4 and the Q1, we will set new accents for emotional and precise design. The first products in Marc Lichte's design language will then be the new Audi A8, A7 and A6 models. From Marktlichte now to lighting technology. So Licht in German is lights, and his name is Lichte, from Lichte to lighting. In addition to its purely functional properties, light is a key feature of automobile aesthetics. Exterior lighting is a car's signature. Basically, these are the eyes of the car, shining eyes. The interior lighting enhances the premium atmosphere, ambience in our cars. That's important too. Our lighting innovations are leading in the industry. For the future of lights in automobiles, we can say the lights will get even more dynamic and interactive, and light will be a carrier or a source of information. Talking about information, communication, and connectivity are basic requirements in our society today. They are dominant features of all our lives. I guess everyone here in this room can confirm this. And this is why our future at Audi is connected mobility. Connectivity in an Audi means that the drivers and passengers experience more information, more safety, and more comfort. Let me give you some examples. The Audi Virtual Cockpit, our fully digital instrument cluster, premiered in 2014 in the new Audi TT. We got a lot of good feedback, a lot of positive feedback. And now we are introducing it in the new Audi Q7 and the Audi R8. Smartphones are now fully integrated, both for Apple's phones and for the Android world. They can be charged inductively without a cable, very conveniently, wirelessly in the Audi phone box. Also to be found in the new Audi Q7, the Audi tablet for the passengers' infotainment. It's an in-house, a proprietary development by Audi, and it's the first tablet with full automotive compatibility, which means it meets all of the temperature and crash requirements that normal tablets would not fulfill. In the Audi Prologue, we are presenting a revolutionary operating concept. The entire front of the dashboard is one large touch display. Architecture, display, and operating concepts form a harmonious whole, an integrated whole. At CES 2015 in Las Vegas, we demonstrated the Audi mobile key. Using your smartphone or smartwatch, you can lock and unlock the car, and you can let it drive out of the garage or into the garage in piloted mode. Near-field communication is important here in this context, and the latest encryption technology. They make sure that this convenience function will meet all security standards. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from connectivity, let's move on to piloted driving, which is a very important topic that we read about a lot in the media. Audi is a pioneer of piloted driving. Since 2010, we have been setting one technical milestone after the other. The latest highlight was in January when we drove in piloted mode with journalists on public roads through 2 states of the United States, and we generated great interest. Our technology is now ready for series production. The new Audi A8, which we plan to launch in 2017, will be the first model to make the transition from assisted to piloted driving. It's the first time we are offering something like this. The Audi A8 will have a traffic jam pilot, which will work on up to a speed of 16 kilometers per hour, and piloted parking will also be offered as a feature. And the Audi A8 represents a paradigm shift here. The prerequisites for piloted driving are radar, laser, and ultrasound sensors, as well as cameras on the car. This is how we generate a precise picture of the traffic situation. For instance, for traffic jams on a motorway, we have a stable and redundant system. With the Audi Prologue piloted driving, we are today letting you have a look at artificial intelligence in future cars. That will be the next step. The Audi Prologue continues to learn with every kilometer it drives, and it saves its knowledge in a data cloud. In the future, our cars will continually compare their data with the data in the cloud and will contribute to an even higher level of safety. We are already testing piloted driving in Germany, the United States, and Asia. This way, we are learning a lot about the behavior of our cars, our drivers, and naturally other road users in real road traffic. Our objective is for Audi drivers and other road users to experience this increase in safety and comfort that connected mobility will definitely offer. Connected cars, by the way, are not only safer, but also more efficient as they adjust their driving style to the current traffic conditions. In this way, they support our vision of CO2 neutral mobility. Ladies and